The Mask of Anarchy by Percy Shelley. As I lay asleep in Italy, there came a voice from over the sea, and with great power it forth led me to walk in the visions of poesy. I met Murder on the way. He had a mask like Castlereagh. Very smooth he looked, yet grim. 7 bloodhounds followed him. All were fat, and well they might be in admirable plight, for 1 by 1 and 2 by 2 he tossed them human hearts to chew, which from his wide cloak he drew. Next came Fraud, and he had on, like Eldon, an ermine gown. His big tears, for he wept well, turned to millstones as they fell. And the little children who round his feet played to and fro, thinking every tear a gem, had their brains knocked out by them. Clothed with the Bible as with light in the shadows of the night, like Sidmouth next Hypocrisy on a crocodile rode by. And many more destructions played in this ghastly masquerade, all disguised, even to the eyes, like bishops, lawyers, peers, or spies. Last came Anarchy. He rode on a white horse splashed with blood. He was pale even to the lips, like death in the apocalypse. And he wore a kingly crown, and in his grasp a sceptre shone. On his brow this mark I saw: I am God and King and Law. With a pace stately and fast over English land he passed, trampling to a mire of blood the adoring multitude. And a mighty troop around with their trampling shook the ground, waving each a bloody sword for the service of their Lord. And with glorious triumph they rode through England proud and gay, drunk as with intoxication of the wine of desolation. Oh, the fields and towns from sea to sea, past the pageant swift and free, tearing up and trampling down, till they came to London town. And each dweller, panic-stricken, felt his heart with terror sicken, hearing the tempestuous cry of the triumph of Anarchy. For with pomp to meet him came, clothed in arms like blood and flame, the hired murderers who did sing, Thou art God and Lord and King. We have waited weak and lone for thy coming, mighty one. Our purses are empty, our swords are cold, give us glory and blood and gold. Lawyers and priests, a motley crowd, to the earth their pale brows bowed, like a bad prayer not over loud, whispering, Thou art Lord and God. Then all cried with one accord, Thou art King and God and Lord. Anarchy, to thee we bow, be thy name made holy now. And Anarchy, the skeleton, bowed and grinned to every one, as well as if his education had cost 10 millions to the nation. For he knew the palaces of our kings were rightly his sceptre, crown, and globe, and a gold inwoven robe. So he sent his slaves before to seize upon the bank and tower, and was proceeding with intent to meet his pension to Parliament, when one fled past, a maniac maid, and her name was Hope, she said, but she looked more like despair, and she cried out in the air, My father Time is weak and grey with waiting for a better day. See how idiot-like he stands, fumbling with his palsied hands. He has hid child after child, and the dust of death is piled over every one but me. Misery, oh misery. Then she lay down in the street, right before the horse's feet, expecting with a patient eye murder, fraud, or anarchy. When between her and her foes a mist, a light, an image rose, small at first and weak and frail, like a vapour of a veil,